Hello everyone, I'm ExtraCheesy87 and this is Let's Play Trails Through Daybreak Part 84. In the previous video, we came close to finishing our rounds of the city, I think. Or actually, we may be done. I can't remember. We did take a small little break, which means this is the last video of the day. But the caveat is, I would like to record 2 videos. But I only have time for like not 2 videos, so we're doing a long one. We're doing a long one.
Off we go.
Yeah? Yeah? We're gonna do kind of like 2 videos in one, I think, is the plan right now, unless my voice gives out. And you're like, what the fuck is this dude talking about? This video is only like 40 to 50 minutes like normal. But you know, we're trying to not... You know that Daybreak 1 Let's Play was 170 parts? You know that shit? Y'all watch that Let's Play? Maybe. That had too many damn parts, alright? Now, I don't know how far we are into this game. Like, I feel like we're... I mean, we're not... Maybe like a little over, I don't know, a little over 2/3. Like right at 2/3 feels like too, like, come on, we gotta be further. But at the same time, if I say we're past 2/3, I'm like, that feels like too ambitious. Cause like, I don't know. To some degree, it kind of feels like we're getting close-ish to the end of the game. But at the same time, it feels like we're not getting close at all because, well, nothing's happened. So... Freeze! We have a warrant out for your arrest. If you got anything to say for yourself, we'll hear you out at the station. Oh, you looking for Jacobin? That's my brother, Jacobin. I'm Jacobin. Yeah, I know we have the same name and faces, but we're twins, and we're both devoted to the political cause of Jacobinism, which, I mean, like, we were, like, the good guys for a little bit, and then we kind of stopped being the good guys, you know what I mean? What are you doing? Let go of me. Like, we did some good things at first, and then, well, you know, things got a little messy. How are we supposed to create the Republic of Virtue without murdering a few thousand people? Come on. We're only trying to awaken the citizens of Calvard to the evils of... Whatever, pal. Maybe you should focus on not being a public nuisance for once. Anyway, you're coming with me.
Well...
Damn you, government dog. Don't you understand? Are you deaf to the cries of your ancestors? Those immigrants have stolen everything from us. That's his words, not mine, YouTube. I'm targeted for deletion. You're just using free speech as an excuse to say whatever you want. Well, if you're so innocent, you have no problem coming downtown with us. Well, I mean...
We embarked on a journey.
He did plant a bomb to blow people up, kind of. So wait, yeah, what does this mean? Because if this happens on this route, I guess maybe Maxim doesn't blow the fuck up. Because I kind of was assuming that, like, you know, whatever happened to Maxim, like, if we don't intervene, that means Maxim's still going to do his shit. But I guess that means that it's not going to happen in this route. Because I was just kind of, like, under the assumption that whatever crazy thing's going to happen in this route that gets us killed, like, still would have happened, but we just hadn't heard about it yet.
I think I'll give it a try.
In the other route. Hey, look who's here. How's it going? What is that doing to information gathering? Since nothing big's popped up yet, I guess the answer is that it ain't going too well. We were curious if there were any updates since I dropped by this morning. You seem to be deep in conversation though. Did something happen? The juicier the better. Well, I wouldn't call it the most helpful intel, but... Wait, that's almost like Ikaruga's second in command mixed in with you guys. Almost let that pass right by me. Oh, that's just a shinobi technique I'm trying out. It's supposed to make you ignore me completely. I wish. Kuragani did say it'd be useless though, since I stand out just by being here. But hey, if it can give the immovable a jolt, then it's not a total lost cause, right? So it hides you without actually hiding you? Cool. Fucking... You are not earning that newsboy cap. That's all I'm saying. Straight up, you need a real hobby. Plus 10 billion points staring. We got our reasons for collaborating with her. No need to split the details. If we make it back on topic, did you learn something new? Well, ever since that whole mess on the Myth Island, the guild has been going after the Oathbreaker again. Not that we actually know where the guy is, because, well, I mean, guild, we haven't really... What was the last thing the guild did? For being honest? You could say he's been laying low for once. Laying low? I don't care, kind of hard to believe. I mean, apparently he lays low enough that nobody knew he fucking used poison and chemical weapons, and you guys all walked up to him and like, hey, we're gonna arrest you, and then he's fucking killed you all. There are many eyes peeled for any potential backroom activity from him. Even if he were to evade capture, he would surely leave behind some sort of trace. Since we found nothing of the sort, it can only mean that he's inactive for the time being. It may be that he has already accomplished his objective. Either that, or he's in a fucking society prison. Grandmaster had enough of his shit. Oh, he was caught by the society at the Tarbia. Hey, that's what I said. Wishful thinking, as nice as it sounds. I mean, it's possible. Anyway, that brings us to the alliance between the Oathbreaker and that so-called Garden Master. I suspect it was only a temporary thing. I do remember him saying something like that.
Our contract is complete. Your assistance was most appreciated, Oathbreaker. Now kindly leave the stage.
The floor is all yours. What you do from here is none of my concern. So go nuts.
See, I didn't really take that as like them working together, more as just like not messing with each other.
I'm curious whether your scheme will play out like you think it will. Should make for an interesting watch.
Like more of, you know, Harwood being like, hey, I want to do my thing and these guys are going to be here, so, you know, if you want to come, we're not going to stop you. I didn't really read that as them actively colluding together, but I can definitely see how it's supposed to mean that. That definitely leads some weight to those words. Elements on the Myth Island, the two have been collaborating to some extent. It's likely the Oathbreaker and the Garden Master are both working towards different goals. Elaine called me over there on happened yesterday. This Garden Master guy's on the move now, yeah? I'm just glad we don't have to face both those dirtbags at the same time. That's one silver lining here. It stands to reason that he has further plans in the capital, judging from yesterday's events. The whole fiasco felt more like a trial run. If you ask me, this is where things really start to ramp up. You sure know how to make it sound ominous. In any event, the guild will need to be more vigilant than ever now. We'll do what we can. Only get us so far while those devices are still out there. It's gonna be up to you guys to step up to the plate, Arkwright. Zen, you can punch people. Do something, buddy. Don't have to tell me twice. We'll foil the Guardmaster's plot and bring Swin and Nadia back no matter what it takes. And then you need to make sure they go to school because they need the learning. At least Swin does. Presuming, if we don't give him the benefit of the doubt, if we just presume he's an idiot. Looks like it's got an orb mail. Looks like it's from Father Bart. Oh shit, I mean Master Bigard. What, is he gonna like smite you? He sent me a letter yesterday. Now it's an orb mail? Wonders never cease. Van! A major breakthrough has surfaced regarding your current predicament, prompting my immediate return to Edith. I ask that you head to the underground ruins at Station Street so we may discuss this matter in private. Bigard, it's really me, I promise. A major breakthrough? Doesn't sound like your everyday stuff. Might even have something to do with me specifically. I mean, it sounds sus as hell. Is there a problem, man? There ain't no way you could... I mean, I'm not entirely sure if Bigard's even in this game, but if he is, I would be a little annoyed if he got brainwashed. Because I feel like he should not get brainwashed. So if it's like he's gonna lure us down there so he can, like, murder, kill Van, I would be pretty annoyed. Is there a problem, Van? Nah, just some personal correspondence. So we've been milling about for a while now. What do you say we take a breather? Sure, it's about time to grab a bite anyway. I'm gonna go off by myself to the dangerous sewers to see what this email's about. See ya. I'm totally not gonna die in a cutscene. Our party's pretty big this time around. Maybe we could split up. Good idea. Let's part ways for lunch when we reach a good stopping point. Better keep things to myself until I know what this is all about. Okay. But he's because Van's gonna be dumb and he's gonna go down there by themselves. But Anya's is gonna figure it out and she's gonna follow along down to the station sewers or whatever. And then she's gonna see Van getting killed and she's gonna be like, "No, Van!" And then we're gonna go back and then Van's gonna be like, "Sorry, I'm a fucking dumbass who keeps trying to do shit on his own," even though it's been like the, you know, one of the recurring themes of basically every JRPG ever is that you don't do shit by yourself. That's why they're called party-based RPGs. Only motherfucker who could do shit by himself was like the first Dragon Warrior. We finished investigating all the evidence on the Myth Island. Ended up being a joint effort with the CID too. Our HQ even sent out over an S rank to help with it all. But you can rest assured that Paradise won't be making a comeback anytime soon. Wait, what? I wasn't actually paying attention to you. Ended with a joint sent over an S rank. Yeah, you wouldn't know him. Because he's from a different country. You wouldn't know, or her. You wouldn't know him. Because there's like, what, 4 of you fuckers? Like, just go ahead and tell me their name at least. I mean, you don't gotta like have them show up or tell me anything, but just like give me a name to go on. Start building it up. That's good to know. Yeah, not there'll be anything left of them with an S rank on their tail. Still, kind of pisses me off the Oathbreaker was the one that started it all. For the moment, we should focus on our present situation. Good, better keep a better eye out from here on. If ever have time, just know we always appreciate some good old spriggin' help. Like, they really should have name dropped at least one S rank bracer by now. Even if like they don't know what to do with them yet, like you can just give us a name. Hell, you could even make it like a gender neutral if you want to, like, if you haven't committed to anything at all. Because it is kind of weird that it's like Cassius gets introduced and he's an S rank, and then they keep introducing these like half S ranks like Zen and... Wait, Zen, did you ever get... Because you're still not an S rank, right? You're just like basically an S rank, but like you're allowed to sit on the S rank council, but we don't grant you the rank of S rank. That type shit. And you know, Arios is the same. Which, granted, Arios should be like a fucking D rank as far as I'm concerned. The Guard Master is believed to be more of a threat at the moment than the Oathbreaker. Well, regardless, we need to keep a better eye on things. We'll probably be doing more patrols too. If you ever have time, just know we always appreciate some good old spriggin' help. Heard what happened yesterday from Elaine. The Guard Master's decided to make his move, huh? Don't expect them to be dealt with easily, that's for sure. That device is involved. Damn, really gotta do something about this. Okay. Let's think. Are we done? Have we investigated everything? Old Town, the Rivers. Well, we can at least pop by these places, make sure nobody's new. Like there's not any alternate dialogue. You know, kind of like how Jacobin was there when he wasn't earlier.
Off we go.
Okay. I think we're good. Well, let's look at Marche.
Let's be on our way.
And then we will break for lunch. Van's gonna get killed. It'll be fun times. We'll be there for the whole family. We're looking on Sepith. Ooh. 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 Take me to the factory.
Let's be on our way.
Cause I either want to make a cast 3 if I can,
Thank you all for stopping by.
or
Allow me to assist.
you
Hope to see you again.
are a fraud.
No need to be shy now.
Okay, I'll make a cast 3, and can I open up some slots? Whose slots that I want to open? Was it this one for Van? Or was it you? There was somebody whose slots I wanted to open. I wanted to open the slots.
Come again.
Well, who knows? Main thing is I get that cast 3. Which I guess we'll just put here for now. Yeah, because it's It's kind of crazy they double like that. Because it used to be with like, it'd be like, what, 10, 20, 30? Because did we get your... Because we were able to get this after all. Oh yeah, because I wouldn't mind opening this for Guardian, that's what it was, to have that.
What would you like?
I can eat my ass.
Come again.
Well, let me save. Heading, yeah. Take a sip of the sauce. After being a dumbass, Van made his way to the station street. Also, so Burgard, I think Burgard definitely, like, he clears Van normally, for sure, right? But Demon Van should clear Burgard, since he doesn't have magic powers anymore. Now granted, honestly, even without mind control, Liam would probably show up and help Burgard out. Like, if evil Burgard were to bring up his phone and be like, hey, let's kill Van, he'd probably be like, fucking finally, Jesus. So, if there's more than Burgard, then yeah, Van should be toast. But I think Grindel Van should be able to beat Burgard, personally. A lot more people around now that we're heading into the afternoon. For now, I gotta find out what Master wants from me. And if we are mind control, like, you know, while I think it's kind of silly because I feel like he should not be mind controllable, like, you know, he just seems like he's the type that wouldn't fall for that shit. Now, granted, you know, we let fucking, what's his name, Victor fell for it in Cold Steel 4, which was very silly too. So I get, but I don't know. At least like with Burgard, if he's mind controlled, that makes sense to be like, hey, if we're gonna mind control anybody to try and kill Van, he makes the most sense. You don't think more trouble than he had to send in that orbital mail. Something's definitely up. Also, do we even know if Burgard knows how to send orb mail? It's been 3 months since we last saw each other. That's the first step, is just meet up and hear him out. No.
The
And
entrance to the underground ruins is down the back alley next to the department store. That's just a rumor, right?
and you're too dumb to live, Van. Honestly, maybe they'll just have it be the most obvious we're gonna kill you setup of all time, and then they don't kill us.
The hell are you doing down here? Master called me over to talk. What, did you come in his place?
In his place? I guess you could say that.
Now these dumbasses, I could see them getting mind controlled. Or like Celeste gets mind controlled and Leon's just like, I'm gonna go along with it because I want to kill Van. I would, honestly, that would be the first time in this like whole act that the plot would be making sense.
Am I missing something?
I think he killed Burgard or some stupid shit.
I've got some bad news to share, Arkwright. Master Barkhorn's dead. And it's all your fault.
That seems unlikely.
What? Back up. Did I hear that right? He's dead? We're talking about the Bearguard Zeman, right? You say it's my fault?
It figures you wouldn't have a clue. Back when you were swallowed up by that demonic power, Master took on a curse to protect you. You know that much, right?
I don't know shit.
Now hold on a sec. That ain't...
That curse is as nasty as they come, and just as tough to dispel. He spent all this time getting spiritual treatment in Arteria.
Well, I mean, for the record, the dude's supposed to be dead, so... You know, maybe it's just his damn time. Maybe the goddess didn't want him to survive.
But even after going to Gehenna and back, he gave up the ghost just the other day.
Don't tell me she's corroded the way Ashen was.
Master covered for you until his dying breath. And whether he likes it or not, his sacrifice proved one thing. Your existence is a plague on this world. And that's a sin I just can't abide by. Since we're fellow disciples, I'll grant you one act of mercy. Putting you out of your misery by my own hands.
I mean, I'll give it. This is the most
So
sensible.
even Dominions can get their memories rewritten. This ain't the time to mull things over, though.
Now, it is a little, you know, you would think the stigma would help them not get fucking mind fucked.
Up and at 'em, Mare Bear. We got trouble. Shit! I can't go Grendel?
Oh, well, that's convenient. Van totally got fucking ice. You just didn't want to see it, bro. Okay. Put the hater, brief hater cap. It should not have been that he randomly can't turn into the fucking Grendel. It should be he turns into the Grendel, he starts fighting her, Leon shows up and fucking kills him from behind. That's what should have happened. Not, oh, we know it doesn't really make sense. Because, I mean, realistically, Van should be able to beat her. Well, I mean, at least be even in the Grendel form. But it should be, you know, you do like a little 1v1 fight, you win, and then Van's got his guard dropped, and then Leon fucking ices you from behind. Leon's not even mind controlled, he's just a professional hater. Actually would be the best bad end by far, wouldn't even be close. But being like, you know, we don't really want to do a Grendel thing, so it doesn't work right now. Because of reasons. Feels a little silly, but that's a minor complaint. See, Hades, didn't see that coming. This playing fair is too much to ask. Also, like, should Van be able to mind? Because it's Anya's that does the fast forward or the rewinding. I'm gonna worm my way out of this. Someone's watching. Just using some sort of technique to conceal their presence. No, it's out of the relay, but sticking around won't do me any favors. How do I lose them? It's around noon on a Saturday. I think I know I can count on to give me an out. It's Route C, Heretic Hunt.
This really isn't the best place to be right now.
Need to find a good
Take another
opportunity
sip of
to
the
get to the
sauce.
center of the connecting bridge.
There he is. What up, bro? He got away. Target is boarding a taxi heading northwest. The vehicle's make is fly as hell. That driver's one cool cat. Alright, to drop in on your lunch break. Don't give it a second thought, brother. Settling folks around's what I live for. As I know, it ain't just for kicks. Anytime you're in a bind, I got your back, cat. You're a cabbie like no other. I was about to get tangled up with some pesky characters is all. Can I hassle you to take the back roads? Maybe shake them off a bit? Forget that. You're a pretty streetwise cat yourself. Unfortunately, I'm evil! And then he freaking drives the taxi into the side of the building. The guard master got to me. I'm a key part of his master plan. Me, Giordano. Just sit tight, Giordano. Get you where you're going in record time. This is one you want out, brother? Yeah, shortcut I'm taking, no car can follow. Oh, you won. Take care heading back. You betcha. Two of us share compadre and Dingo. Next time you need a lift, just give me a call, brother. Oh yeah, Dingo is an old pal of his, huh? There's another way he's coming clutch for me. Alright, time to trudge my way through. It's odd though. Timing's just too good. Then there were all those guys surveilling me. Didn't exactly match the Grossfitter's MO. I had to guess. Forget it. Need a lot in the Blacklight District and...
Oh, hell! A thaumaturgy trap! So I was right on the money. Scariot, you came to the capital?
Indeed. And I trust you know the reason. Van Arkride, within you resides the root of all things demonic.
Yes, so?
By your curse did Bearguard Zeman, better known as my master Gunther Barkhorn, perish.
I mean, it seems like you're kind of shitting all over his memory. If, you know, he died to protect Van, maybe you should fucking trust his judgment. In theory.
For that, you have been deemed a heretic.
Like, you know how fucking mad I would be if I was Barkhorn? If, like, I died to protect somebody I believed in, like, regardless of what's wrong with them, and then my fucking so-called students are like, we're gonna murder the dude he died for? You know how fucking pissed I would... You would be tearing through the fucking cosmic plane to get back to beat their asses as a ghost spirit.
So it got you too, huh? I had a hunch this might happen.
Yours is an absolute evil, untouchable by the laws of this world. By our hands shall it be condemned!
You ran into you guys instead, huh? I try to lure him and the bastard blows me off. I'm on my way. Don't do a thing till I get there.
Mother Celeste, how many times must we tell you to use your telepathy to contact us? Or at the least, a secure line.
Celeste, can't be calling me like this. It's totally not cool. You're really messing with the tension.
There's no need to delay. Taking him down where he stands will do just as well. Begin casting. Leave no gap uncovered.
Yes, sir!
You just need one
There are too
fucking
many for me to hold off alone.
S-crap should take
Bring
him
me
out.
to the mix, and I'll be screwed 6 ways from Sunday.
Ooh, a Sunday.
Surrender yourself. This is farewell, Arkride.
Shit. My number's up.
I think I've seen quite enough.
I did kind of expect Leon to show up, because...
You dare, Father Leon.
Not sure what brought this on, but hey, I'll take what I can get. The gall!
Stop him!
I would really like if he just wanted to murder Van just as a professional hater, but I guess this... I mean, it doesn't really make more sense, but...
Take it that means you're still in your right mind?
Assuming you refer to the way Celeste isn't in hers, yes.
I think it does make sense
We
that
can
at least
talk
one of
after
them...
we've made our escape.
Between this and Messeldom, I'm racking up a real debt to you. Let's roll!
Like, because the way I see Leon is I think he would actually have that opinion of, like, if Barkhorn did hypothetically die to save Van, he'd be like, I fucking hate Van. And if he were to die somehow, rip Bozo, but Barkhorn did die for him, so I gotta respect that. That's kind of the way I see his character being. Now, presumably it's just he's not mind controlled, but actually I do think that would be cool if he was mind controlled, but he just acts in a way that, you know, the guard master wouldn't expect. Or like he does believe the delusion, but he's acting in a way that would be respectful of what Barkhorn would actually want. As opposed to just like seeking revenge, which is not what Barkhorn would want. Alright. The two headed towards the surface through a number of byways. While doing so, they began exchanging what they knew with one another. Now, I do also think it would be funny if it was just Elise was mind controlled and then it was Leon's just helping her out because he wants to kill Van. And then maybe we had to team up with the fucking Iskarot guy, but... Rewritten memories and perceptions. Under normal circumstances, I would be asking where and how hard you hit your head. Good to know you haven't lost your humor, but you do know mind controls happen like 25 times in this series. I don't have a clear picture of things myself. That said...
Master Barkhorn's dead. And it's all your fault.
Like so many things, Loe did it best. When Loe got mind controlled, we should have stopped there. His was the one that was like, okay. There was a meaning to him getting mind controlled and resurrected. And being the only character to die. And honestly, once, like, Loe did all the firsts. And he did it the best. He had the best death. He had the best resurrection. And he had the best mind control.
For that, you have been deemed a heretic.
One messed up along the way, and neither of those scenarios could have wound up true. The idea the master was cursed is obviously a total fabrication. I don't think they're being controlled either. The only option left is that their minds have been tampered with. Only's a bit of a strong word there. It could be that our master truly is dead and your memory is the one that was rewritten. What a load of second thought, I'm having a hard time debunking you there, but once again, in this hypothetical scenario, Barkhorn would not want Vane killed. Yeah, I get it. The fact that we can't get in touch with the master right now is being used against us. Likely so, though by whom we have got to understand. It's gotta be linked to the stuff on your end, yeah? You must have noticed something was off earlier today. That's right. After the incident in Myth Island, we decided to split up and chase the perpetrator's trails. Through Daybreak II. Meaning that for a time, Celeste and I acted separately. She had some business in the capital, so we decided to meet on the outskirts and share our findings this morning. But for some reason, we weren't speaking on the same wavelength. As I listened on, she suddenly came out saying our master was dead and that we should kill you. And I said, well, maybe. I tried convincing her otherwise a multitude of times. And her response, that I was the one whose memories are fiddled with. Even if the Grosswood aren't immune to this, then yeah, there's a chance that you're the one who's gone off the rails. While I may be informed in this rewrite business, now, yesterday I couldn't conjure up the words to refute her. So I said, sure, let's kill the fucker. At the time, Celeste unleashed her stigma. No, scratch that. It may be that her stigma went out of control due to the psychological strain of Master Bergard's supposed death. I've got a responsibility to put Arkwright down. If you can't accept that, then stay out of my way. Then, to my surprise, the vice captain appeared. Hunting down heretics is the duty of us monks. Should you interfere, you'll be granted no quarter. They then subjected me to a merciless barrage of thaumaturgy. I could only endure so much. I.e., translation, I got my ass kicked. Sounds pretty rough. The concern is touching, but some people came to my rescue after I escaped and even treated my wounds. The only problem is my own stigma. We're not going to talk who rescued you? In what way? I've been rendered incapable of harnessing its power by means unknown to me. It's rather dire, really. Can't even control my mana effectively. So that's why you're not looking so hot. Well, that and, the whole ice thing. It's bad enough those two were the ones rewritten. Now the only person who stood a chance of going against them is power sealed? Well, I mean, we can take them with the full party. Truth told, this is more than I bargained for. All I intended to do was look into their activities. But in a twist of fate, I became your savior. It appeared that you were their sole target. Perhaps I should have let the matter run its course. Better follow that up with a psych. Anyway, our only hope of bringing them back to their senses is to join forces. We're in agreement there. And, there's the exit up ahead. Seen this place before. I know all these sewers like the back of my hand. is the waterway beneath the Tyrell district. It's a bit further until we get above ground. Ah, good. I don't see any pursuers. Let's keep aiming topside.
You know,
buddy.
when I woke up this morning, I didn't think I'd be making
You're not still
off
level
with you
20,
of all
are you?
people.
That's my line you're stealing. Now, if you would be so kind, try and stay out of my way.
Damn, cold as ice.
Okay, you did get scaled up. It would have been funny if he was level 20. Okay, your orbits are still fucked. What do you have? Let me just give you like some guard, like just something. Sure, you can have that for a second. Freaking, I don't know. Can I? Yeah, sure. That seems fine. Well, I don't know. Should you have an action 2, action 3? I don't trust you with that shit, cause I would rather keep that on somebody else in the future. I guess you can have it for now. Okay, shield 2. Look, shut the fuck up. There ain't no way. You lost your damn mind. Can we have cataract? No, because cataract doesn't even have cataract. Whatever. Van can carry.
We gotta hurry.
What? Isn't that the way I'm supposed to go? Isn't this deeper into the sewers? I guess maybe this is...
Hurry.
What? Oh. Okay, well, one second. I do need to get some water because I'm out, so be right back. Alright, we back. And we're sauced up, which we need, especially if we're doing a longer video. Won't be able to make it there, partner. Hey, it's a chest. That doesn't look... I can't tell if that was open or not. Looks like we shook them. What's our next move? I mentioned before that a few benefactors came to my aid. They should be waiting for me up ahead.
Hey! Over here!
Oh.
Van's here too? Something must have happened.
Nina not beating the secret leader of the church allegations? So those are your guardian angels, huh? Or secret leader of the fucking Iscariot? What a story! Truth really is stranger than fiction sometimes. Listen, Ashlad chasing you down. Well, was mine. Also, who the hell's Ashlad? Oh yeah, you met the vice captain before, huh, director? Oh yeah, weren't they like drinking or something in the slums? That seems vaguely familiar. Sure, at the table at the Revolution Festival. Leon was there too, if memory serves. That I was. The director was a rare source of stimulating conversation. Lisa and I met a few times as well. I know she isn't the type of person who'd do this to you. Have you guys met? I mean, I guess you were both in Mestledam, but I'm just saying she's not beating the allegations. So don't take it to heart, Leon. You have our fullest support. Well... Right. If there's any way we can help out, all you gotta do is say the word. I can't thank you too enough, especially given that you've already saved me this morning. About that, I'm guessing you picked him up in the van when he was hurt? Yeah, so you're heading back from the scouting of Himlin location on the outskirts of the city. Yeah, real fucking likely. That's when we chanced upon Leon lying on his side of the road. He was crying and screaming, Master Barkhorn, please help me. Oh, it's bleeding head to toe. Imagine how flabbergasted we were. Since we hit it off before, having him somewhere to take shelter was a no-brainer. The production van does make for decent camouflage on top of the transportation. On that note, we need to collect ourselves fast. There's no telling when they'll catch us here. It'd be best to relocate. Gotcha! So is there any place in the capital you could use as a safe house? How about Edith Cathedral? Even those two would be hesitant to start a confrontation there. Highlander rules and whatnot. Okay then, we'll ferry you over these trusty wheels of ours. And I won't take no for an answer. Speed is the name of the game, after all. Your generosity is appreciated, Mr. Director. Yeah, we'll hitch a ride with you. It's not like there's much alternative. I don't remember saying you were invited, Van Arkwright. Well then, come on, hop right in. We're not evil. You can get to the Arbor District in no time via the expressway. Oh yeah, I should probably get in touch with the others. You gotta be kidding me. They're blocking communications. But, well, why? Because they want to kill us? Even the radio isn't working. But, like, should that work? I mean, I guess that could work on the phone calls, but, like, should that work on Mayor? Mayor's like a fucking supernatural entity. Could you really block the communications with the thing that can stop time? I don't know, man. I have a hard time believing that. This is a fine pickle organ. Probably a localized orbital wave jam, but if that's their angle. You don't think Ashland and his pals are onto us already? Probably got eyes all over the capital, which means...
What in the... Something just landed on the roof!
It can't be. Yo, Arkwright. Still scurrying away like the rat you are. Sticking with that director and actress won't save you. I'll keep him out of the crossfire, though. So, just bear with me. Don't move, Arkwright. Same goes for you, Leon.
Well, I mean, that just seems rather foolish to not move when you're about to stab us.
Force me to crack open this tin can, and you'll have a crash waiting to happen.
I trust Gotti.
What are we gonna do?
Okay, he doesn't seem like he trusts himself, but like we believe in you. You can drive it with the sword right next to your head.
Celise, wait! He isn't... She's using our stigma?
It's okay, Nina's gonna beat her ass. Ain't that right,
You're not
Nina?
at fault. I get that. But I can't let you live. The best I can do is send you straight to ADL.
See, that's the problem with belief in the afterlife, man. It lets people get away with doing horrible shit because they're like, oh, it's okay, God will sort you out.
I can't let any more people get caught up in this. Sorry.
It's like the ultimate moral get out of jail free card.
Figure out the rest on my own, one way or another.
Ben!
Ben! No!
The shards cushioned my fall, but... Can't say I didn't see this coming.
Speaking of people who should have seen this shit
So,
coming,
you
shouldn't
opted to
Shizuna
keep him out of
help
it.
us?
Pretty noble, Arkwright.
Shouldn't she know what's going
That's
on
what
in the
makes
city?
this such a crying shame. I'll send you off in peace, if nothing else. Sleep tight.
Okay. I mean, this is at least better than the other two by a pretty big margin. That death is probably one of the most, like, non-ridiculous in the game. Because the first one, like, even if I buy the idea that Celise could kill Van, well, Van randomly not being able to turn to the Grendel is very silly, but, like, Van should have been like, hey, this is sus as hell for Bregard to be sending me an orb mail and say, hey, let's meet in the sewers. I'm not entirely sure if Bregard knows what an orb mail is. So that should have been a red flag. But Celise being the villain is definitely the most, like, sensible. But then I'm also like, if you can control Grallswitters, then you should be aiming a little bit higher. Hell, just get fucking all of them. Mind control all of them, why not? Tyrell District? Let's ran back to when we joined up with Gotti and Nina. What if we just randomly sent you back to like the start of the game and it's like, oh man, you really fucked. Turns out you fucked up bad, way back. You got to redo the whole game. Sorry, brother. Van, is something wrong? Nah. There will be if things play like this I recall. Any place in the capital can use as a safe house? I can't do it. I mean, I don't really know what the voice I've tried to use for Gotti is, but I can't do it. I can barely do it like normally. The throat's a little too sore. We'll ferry over these trusty wheels of ours. I won't take no for an answer. Speed is the name of the game. Thinking it's the expressway gets in the Calvard district in no time. Is the cathedral really our best bet? Yeah, what about another route? Let's go to, I don't know, the Archive Solutions, where 1,000 powerful people live. You know something we don't? Sorta, yeah. It's tough to explain. Let's just call it a flash of intuition. Oh.
Sticking with that director and actress won't save you. I'll keep them out of the crossfire, though. So, just bear with me.
Come on, Nina. We know you got superpowers. You should have saved us, Nina. Under those conditions, they should be fine. We'll still want to iron things out a little. You guys got to work with me here. Mind humoring me a bit? Not in the least! In for a reg, in for an arg. We'd be more than happy to help. Thanks, Itsu. Where do you propose we go, then? Just a sec. There's something I want to make sure of first. We need some spare Zyphos. Think I'll lay a little groundwork over here, too, while I'm at it. Who's just got Zyphos lying around? Well, we're on the expressway, just like we planned. Nothing out of the ordinary, I can tell. Not yet, no. Fucking doll, a van. Something wrong, Nina?
What in the... Something just landed on the roof!
It can't be. Yo, Arkwright. Still scurrying away like the rat you are. Sticking with that director and actress won't save you. I'll keep them out of the crossfire, though. So, just bear with me.
You fell for the life-size van body pillow in stores now at orbitalnet.archivedSolutions.com.
What are you going on about?
Huh?
That's you up there, right, Celise? I get that it's been a while since Messeldom, but jumping on our van is one hell of a long time no see.
Yeah.
It's like a scene right out of a movie.
Out of a movie.
Maybe you could cast her as an extra in your next film, Mr. Gotti.
That's a genius idea. Better yet, we could sign up Leon alongside her.
Damn it. I'm getting distracted. Wait. Those aren't Leon or Arkwright. They're just decoys made to dupe my clairvoyance.
Must not be that clairvoyant.
Pulled one over on me, did ya? You're in for it now, Master's pet!
Are we the Master's pet? Because I feel like you would be the Master's
Nelly.
pet. Because she's the one committing murder for him.
Said it would. Oh, those Zyphos we prepared for the shoot sure came in handy. And wasn't that Ash lad just now? This is getting more unbelievable by the second.
Yes. But now we've seen it for ourselves. Something isn't right with him or Celise.
Well, I mean, Ashley has already tried to murder us, so it's not that surprising.
Anne, Leon, please stay safe.
So far, so good. Guess they fell for our stunt doubles. We have the director and Nina to thank for that. Moving on, to think that a place like this is beneath the city. It's like the start of the first game? That area? Skimping around like this ain't getting us nowhere. We need to start working towards turning the tables. One of the keys to that is without a doubt your stigma's power. Is there really no way for you to restore it? You say that as if it's trivial. First of all, a stigma's very existence is absolute in this world. They are thus unsealable by nature. Master did mention something like that, but if that's the case, that'd happen anyway. I'm not very good at being a crossfitter. Heaven knows, all I can tell you is that it isn't something the Vice Captain's thaumaturgy should be capable of. This is only speculation, perhaps my stigma overreacted after an unknown force attempted to tamper with me. Since then, it has not yet returned to its normal state, so I am unable to release it properly. That does line up with the current sitch. I'm curious about the specifics of this tampering business, but we can set that aside for now. If there's no problem with the stigma itself, then we should be able to do something about it, yeah? Okay, that chest is open. Because I feel like I remembered opening it, but at a glance, I couldn't tell if it was open or not. Well, it'd only be a half measure, but if we manage to stabilize my stigma's power, then yes, possibly. But as we are without a specialist on our side, we'd have to make do on our own. At the very least, we need a spiritual hotspot to give the stigma a foothold for which to adjust. Finding one will prove inconvenient, however, with all the prying eyes on the lookout. Spiritual hotspot where no one's watching. I actually think I know a place. Perfect one for the job, in fact. The underground ruins at Station Street. This is where Celeste first summoned you to meet with her. The exit now to be her blind spot. All the way down is an altar where the first Genesis was enshrined. I knew it. I knew it! It was on the small scale, but the higher elements are in effect back there, so it should count as a hotspot. That may be just the ticket. Though I must say his mental acuity is positively uncanny. What, you think of a stumbling block? Oh, I've no objections. Melissa's clairvoyance is usually quite lacking, but right now her stigma's running amok. If she applies herself, she'll be able to see quite a distance. It's only a matter of time before we're discovered. Really best gonna move on. Watch them back in there, glacial rhyme. Very well, I'll be expecting the same from you in return, Sir Sprigand.
Whew, that hits the spot.
Oh, they refreshed the chest down here. That's nice of them. What the fuck are you, sir? The hell are you supposed to be, lad? All you guys should be level 3, by the way. Just for the record.
That's quite the number. Suggestions?
You ain't part of the Spriggan Squad. The Spriggan Squad does not fight people. We don't believe in the senseless murder of monsters. We're not evil. When they do the big reveal that all the monsters are actually like sentient good beings or some shit, we're not gonna have any guilt or blood on our hands.
Treasure, hmm? What a pleasant surprise.
I do like the idea that Leon just keeps making comments and Vane is ignoring him.
Yes, indeed. Though I'm certain Celeste will be ready to resume her pursuit any moment. That pertinacious personality of hers is proving quite troublesome for us.
Yep. That's exact. I'm always saying that shit, partner. Don't so just gonna scooch right by you.
Treasure, hmm? What a pleasant surprise.
You can't ignore me forever, Arkride. You will eventually comment on my words.
Treasure, hmm? What a pleasant surprise.
That... Arkride? Please? I'm very lonely. I guess we'll give you that fear thing just in case. They do some fear shit. And I don't want to give you anything good that I'll forget to unequip on you, so... Alrighty.
Bet we can rest there. Whew, That it?
Let's, head on in, partner. Partner, pal.
Spot.
Take a sip of the sauce. This is as deep as it gets. There does indeed seem to be spiritual power gathering here. Think it'll work? I'll see what I can do. Damn nice work. The minions don't play around, huh? Normally, this sort of fine-tuning is best done in a more controlled environment. Proceeding with such a meager pool of mana will take a fair bit of time. Yeah, well, tough cookies. Ooh, tough cookies. There's no monsters around to worry about, so just hunker down and get it done. And you just opened yourself for somebody to interrupt you and be like, I'm not a monster, but I am here now. I've had a situation this sticky, but being targeted in and of itself ain't new to me, so... Work in the shadows long enough and you're bound to run into a few cloaks and daggers. Overplaying the hard-boiled bit, aren't we? Brag as you like, it's still softer than you'd care to admit here and there. Instead of bragging, get off my back and concentrate, would you? And stop talking about how soft I am. You'd like that, wouldn't you? Oh, don't go worrying on my account. The adjustments are going smoothly. Let me see through you, Leon. You're gonna have to get in line.
May I ask a question? You need only answer as much as you are able.
Sure. Go for it.
I've been sitting on this for quite a while now. What exactly happened 8 years ago? The two of us happened to be the same age, meaning that back then, we were both 17. Instead of attending at Aramis Academy as you should have, you suddenly dropped out, leading the life of a drifter until Master Bearguard took you in. It was around that time that he sustained serious injury. Celeste and I only learned of this after the fact. You can see why it would make us rather distrustful of you. But, inquire as we might, our master refused to enlighten us.
Yeah, well, it's not like he could say anything. His final disciple was a walking taboo, a vessel housing a ruler of devils.
And it's as I thought.
I mean, that's a nice little extra bit.
I won't go into detail, but there was a time I let my power go out of control.
But, like... I will say, they hadn't really established that Van could manifest his power before the start of Daybreak 1. Like, the whole turning into the Grendel thing, like, he seemed pretty surprised by that, too. So... Like, I mean, he would have known he had a demon in him, but the idea that it could manifest itself and be powerful enough to beat up a Gralsritter, especially, like, you know, presumably, like, the second strongest one, seems kind of weird to add in here retroactively. Even if it does serve as a bit of an explanation for why Leon wants to kill him. But it doesn't quite jive with how Van seemed very surprised by the whole Grendel stuff.
Being a vessel, that power is only leftover scraps. Yet it was still enough to snuff out every spark of life in the area. If Master hadn't put his life on the line to save me, I might have never gotten my humanity back.
I half expected that was the case. This rewrite about Master Bearguard being struck by a curse is only just outside the realm of truth then.
Yeah, one false move and things could have ended up that way for real. If you think about it like that, maybe I am a heretic, like they said. But even then, I can't just give myself up to him. Master granted me a new lease on life and pointed me down my path. That's a kindness I aim to repay.
You also didn't answer his question of why you dropped that. Like, you know, presumably there was some sort of incident beforehand that would precipitate dropping out of school.
Your origins are unknown to me, and the way you hover between light and shadow is exceptionally dubious. And to top it all off, you may well harbor the root of all things demonic. No Dominion could possibly overlook that.
Yet.
But if Master Bearguard sets you down your road in life, and far be it from me to chide you for walking it, between your efforts to avoid involving the innocent, or to keep them out of harm's way at the expense of your own well-being, you're even more tender-hearted than I ever could have imagined.
Hold up. Are you saying you remember what happened last time?
Why, I'm not sure what you mean. At any rate, our little tete-a-tete has me inclined to acknowledge you as a fellow student, unrefined though you may be.
Nah, man, this dude's in love. I can read between the lines. Write the fan fiction, get it started.
To the point where I'm willing to commend you for how far along you've come, and for getting us to this point.
Look at that. You actually did it.
Yes, albeit to a wholly limited extent. Still, this should give us more leeway to oppose Celise.
Should have known you'd be here. Bet you think you're clever, throwing us off the trail like that. I'd give you a pat on the back for it, but we both know you can't run away forever. Now give it up, so I can send you off in peace!
Someone's here ahead of schedule.
How very timely of you, Celise. Your clairvoyance has improved. If only I were a little more incentivized to appreciate that right now.
Huh? If you're trying to blow smoke up my ass, I'm not hearing it.
The time has come to convict the heretic.
Face the wrath of the Big Bopper.
Father Leon, I will make no guarantees on your survival should you insist on obstructing us.
Brother, you ain't done shit. Dude. I don't think anybody's really too scared of old Ashlad.
Multiplex thaumaturgical formation. Their showing at Arasion pales in comparison to this. Our prospects aren't bright. Even though I can use my stigma, it has yet to recover fully.
While on the other hand, hers is going berserk at full blast. We don't stand a chance in Gehenna. Not without backup.
What the?
Fucking Blade Wolf, get his ass. Girl Wolf.
Orbital drone?
Take this!
We're being ambushed!
Now! Deploying shards! Activating interference protocol.
Get rid of those magic circles!
Yeah, get rid of them dang old magic circles. What the hell? You're telling me your computer's stronger than the goddess?
Mind if I have this dance? I'm afraid I can't let you do that.
Ugh, meddling jackasses.
Phantom Thief Grimcat takes to the stage.
Van, here's your chance. We've secured an escape route.
I don't like hearing Anya say here's your chance because she says that shit all the time in combat and it like low-key, like it triggered like a fucking, like I don't know, bad chemicals in my brain.
Hurry up and get to
I'm
step
tired
in.
of hearing it.
Just in the nick of time.
I take it this was premeditated?
Yes, the memo Van left behind gave us the gist of the situation. The rescue party's arrived, just like your 4SPG asked.
You think they really checked the Forest PG? You think they're like running around looking for Van who's disappeared and they're like, let's check the bulletin board? I just don't see it happening, man.
Agnes consulted me on the matter, after which I rushed right over.
Yeah, kind of random, but
Always
whatever.
a surprise up your sleeve.
I'm never gonna say no to Rin showing up.
You know it. Now let's blow this joint.
I suppose we must. Until next time, Celise.
Leon, Arkwright, get your asses back here! We still got a score to settle, damn it!
I mean, shouldn't we fight her? And beat her at? Okay, no, alright. I mean, I feel like we're not really gonna get much better chance to fight them there. You know, they were completely surrounded. The whole squad was there. Shizuna can solo. Sure was managed to pull it off. Yeah, my blood's still pumping. Aaron, were you even there? It's a relief you made it out safely, narrow escape as it was. I'll say, thanks for getting us out of a tight spot. That extends to you as well, Nina, Mr. Director. You seem to have a habit of being in your debt. I don't think twice about it. Wouldn't have been able to live up myself, leaving you high and dry. Thank goodness it worked out. After what happened, we headed back to your office in Old Town. We bumped into the others. Okay, that makes more sense, I guess. Because them bumping, because I just don't, it just seems unlikely they would check the bulletin board. It was like we were starting to put our plan in action. Lucky thing, okay, well I guess we're still saying we saw it. Yeah, whatever. That sounds like a cover story. To be like, we were definitely doing our jobs while you were away. Indeed, the time was far too short for us to spend in arranging for transport. After seeing your 4 SPG, we knew you had to work swiftly and carefully. Shouldn't you have already known ahead of time with your unclouded eye, you fucking poser? Especially with a group of our size. And just so you're aware, I laid a few false trails to keep them off our scent for a while. These cards have shards applied to them for good measure, and that should cut off any thaumaturgy you use to detect us. What the fuck are shards? I'm also conducting a test run of Fio and Xeris' new functions while we're at it. Though they do have a stigma user with them. If she shifts in a high gear, maybe in for a bat. Like, couldn't we have just beaten her ass there? It's not a very fair fight. What's the plan, boss? Because, like, we've already fought those two with the normal squad. So just fighting Celise with Shizuna and Elaine, who weren't there originally, should be a cakewalk. Alliance members or not, those two got you branded as a full-blown heretic. That puts us up against Celise, Ashlad, and a whole bunch of monks from Iscariot. Grave circumstances, to be sure. There still should be some means of counteraction to whatever's manipulating their consciousness, but it's easier said than done. Not even Kuragane was immune. Well, I mean, Kuragane's just like a fucking guy, as far as we know. And now the corrosion's affecting a stigma user. It's probably stronger than it was yesterday. What, like we didn't have it hard enough? Frankly, I would suggest relying on the guild, though it would only be a makeshift solution at best. That's the issue here. How many people we thought this one? Like, all we needed to do was beat their ass. That's the universal solution. We beat their ass and they come to their senses. I guess technically you guys have only encountered Ashen the one time, so I guess you don't necessarily have enough, since the Maxim thing is like non-canon right now. Maybe they don't have enough evidence to definitively prove that an ass kicking will cure all mind control. But let's be real. We need to do is bring them back to their senses with a good ass kicking. But how? Persuasion via peaceful dialogue hasn't exactly been effective. Right, we need something concrete, something that reveals a contradiction between the rewrite and reality. Too bad Brigard's been deleted from the game. Contradiction between the rewrite and reality? I think you're starting to lose us. We never really interacted all that deeply with Celise. Or Mr. Zaman, for that matter. You can blame us on dragging you into this crazy caper to begin with. On that note, did you remember something? Yeah, Master Brigard sent us a letter yesterday. The one where he gave us advice seemed real enough to me. Every word was written by him, 1000%. The Orb mail, on the other hand, was faked. If that's true, and this was just a guess mine, perhaps their memories were rewritten only a short time ago? More specifically, it could have started as recently as today. I think thinking back, you're probably right. There was nothing out of the ordinary about Celeste when I corresponded with her yesterday. It could be this memory rewrite phenomenon takes place during the dead of night. Ah, that's the trick, huh? It does line up with every case so far. So all you have to do is find something from yesterday that'll prove Celeste is misremembering stuff. I may have just the ticket then. Well, wouldn't our letter work? It's the very reason Celeste and I traveled to the capital to begin with. Edith Cathedral received a letter from Master Brigard as well, addressed to the two of us. They did? Yes, generally we members of the Grosslitter employ avenues outside the Congregation of Divine Worship jurisdiction. But since Father Orwell of the Cathedral is a close friend of the Master's, the matter was entrusted to him. Oh yeah, because he did, he was talking about the letter from Brigard. We received word of it the other day, so Lisa and I met up this morning, and we were on our way to retrieve it. I noticed something was wrong, which is kind of neat. Kind of a neat little detail. The actual message is yet to be read, but it should make for a perfect trump card against Celeste. You know what also make for a trump card? A fucking Azure Sunday. Indeed, one can ask. The Indeeds are the stonks for Indeeds are rising, man. We've had a lot more Indeeds in Act 3 than we did in Act 1 and 2. Indeed fans are feasting. Sounds like we got a solution then. An Arc Ride solution. Alright, let's play over. Executing will be an undertaking of its own. As we didn't factor that in already. Right, together there's nothing we can't tackle. It says Anya's in the game where we've died 25 times. That's the spirit, I'm sure we'll be able to do it. The investor back out now. Condescending for the ride. The Arc Ride. Alright, let's play Cancel Times 2. Speaking of which, where are we headed, Van? Once they let it go straight to the cathedral, making a beeline for us is asking to be caught. But, like, we can beat their ass. I take a different approach. I can hear the gears turning from here. Another one of your brilliant plans, Van. Very well, let's hear it. Anything to break us out of this deadlock. But, like, we can beat their asses. I don't... It's just... Blacklight District was fruitless as well. It would seem that information from earlier was a red herring. Our target's collaborators must be deliberately muddying the waters. Damn, so much for doing this the easy way. This way he'll get his ass picked off by some perfect stranger. Both him and for Master covered for him in the end. I can't let that happen. Our duties are simply to be performed. There's no room for personal sentiment. Speak for yourself. Yeah, I wouldn't want the religious figures to have any sort of morals or empathy. Emotional attachment doesn't come easy for me, especially not with the links he's going to. I trust you have no intention of aiding his escape. I can get real asshat. There's only one way this ends, and that's... Well, wow. What happened? Found him. About time, too. Give us the location and we'll set out at once. Good, I'm sick of getting outsmarted at every turn. They're at the Calvard district, right inside Edith Cathedral. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like if Adios' chosen knights murder somebody in a cathedral, like, shouldn't that be, like, smiting territory? Like, if that doesn't get her to do something, man, nothing will.
Pretty sneaky picking this place. You already gave up on it once, so it was off our radar. And then you put out bogus leads and hoofed it for a change. We've been taken for a ride left and right until now. Guess that means you're ready to accept your fate.
I see you've erected a barrier to keep others away. So much the better for our purposes. This time, you will meet your maker.
They're bearing down on us hard.
Yes, though that comes as no surprise.
It's also likely that Iscariot has mobilized every last monk that came to the capital.
Which is why we should have fought them in the sewers.
Breaking through their formation will be anything but simple.
The rest of you better know what you're getting into.
Our business concerns the heretic alone. Any interlopers will be promptly eliminated.
Nina, get your man.
Radios. Are they sure about this?
Things seem to be going according to plan. Be safe, everyone.
See?
Let me start by apologizing for dragging you two out here.
She could save us. She doesn't want to, alright?
Just wanted to take this chance to set the record straight. On which of us is in the wrong, that is.
I don't believe what I'm hearing. How long's this gonna take to sink in? You want to turn a blind eye to our master's death? Then fine. But that's no excuse to start making an ass of yourself.
I'm not turning a blind eye to anything. But you know what Master'd say if he were here? Take another look at things as they truly are.
Idiot. That's what he would add that, definitely.
Tell me, Celise. Do you recall the day we met with Master Bearguard at the end of last year? Oddly enough, both the commander and vice commander were present. Isn't that right?
Yeah, Commander.
Yeah. I remember it like it was yesterday. Wazzy, Kevin, and Gaius were there too.
Wazzy, Gaius, and who?
But by then, Master was already...
Curse-stricken and on the cusp of death, yes? Then explain this letter to me. I'm sure you would never mistake Master Bearguard's handwriting for that of another.
So listen, Leon. I pray the last several months since our last meeting have treated you well. Since the start of the year, I've been out visiting the East. While these lands are as harsh and turbulent as ever, rest assured that I am safe and unharmed. It has come to my attention that Calvard is currently being beset by a number of peculiar incidents. Though I cannot return anytime soon, there is a possibility this may evolve into an even greater crisis than that which we experienced last year. Celise, no matter what difficulties may come, you must stay your impulses and guide the way with a steady hand, idiot. As for you, Leon, use this opportunity to assess exactly what it is you should place your faith in. In the face of uncertain circumstances, it is your worth as a dominion, rather than strength alone, that we put to the test. Also, our goddess's murder's bad, I'm pretty sure, so keep that in mind. It is my hope that each of you will see this as a source of personal enrichment. May you ever remain in good health. If you were to ever murder anyone in my name, I would haunt you as a spectral phantom. That's the PS. P.S. Well, as I just said, if you kill anyone in my name, my ghost will make you catch these hands. Should you come into contact with Van, do try not to indulge him too much. What the fuck? I don't indulge us at all, man. Interacting with others will be the best medicine for what ails him.
That last part kinda makes me wince a little. But there you go. Happy to have you as a mentor, Celise.
Master? No. Bullshit. It's gotta be.
I'll admit, Master's pointed words prick at me quite a bit. But they must cut especially deep for you, Celise, the way you're actively going against them.
I feel like we should have just fought her in the sewers, man.
She's wavering.
She's not wavering, she's like powering
we're
up.
hoping for.
Like-
Look at the state of her stigma.
We mustn't get complacent.
Like she's getting
Theo,
stronger.
Zeros, continue analyzing on max alert.
Vice Captain, your orders?
Still your agitation. We need only carry out our mission.
So you think Ashland, he's like not mind
You
controlled.
won't even budge a little?
He's just a professional
Surely
hater.
you've realized by now that this command you supposedly received is utterly inconceivable. Yet you're still opting to stay the course. Do I have that right?
But why?
Either he's loyal to a fault, or there's an ulterior motive here. Rubs me wrong either way.
These guys are something else. So, how should we play this?
Put up your dukes. Yammering in circles will get us nowhere. We're gonna fight this out, disciple to disciple.
How's she not at her limit yet?
Something's happening. We're not screwed, are we?
It's corroding our surroundings. But that isn't all.
Celise, you wouldn't.
Stigma release. Sacred boundary!
I guess that does explain why they're fighting Celise
Come get
with
some.
Leon in the
I know
opening
just
too.
the place to make your grave.
Kind of forgot about that until now. I think you could throw me a save. I didn't say I wanted to make a longer video, but this has been extremely, like, it's been like 30 minutes since our last, like, chance to save. Maybe even longer, honestly. When was the last chance we got to save? Oh, well, maybe here. Should make us do a whole damn dungeon first? What the hell? I didn't know better. I think my eyes were deceiving me. It's Fastar Palace and Arasion. Hey, remember me? Oh, okay. This is the place you squared up against Almada's boss, or a recreation of it anyway. Why bring us here? Better question is, how she just conjure all this shit up out of nowhere? By using a boundary spell unique to Dominions. The details are confidential, but essentially it's used to ensure that a demonic force can be vanquished securely. It's typically more limited in scope, but this time it seems to have been augmented by the power of that crimson corrosion. And that she managed to expand a phase space out of this magnitude is nothing short of astonishing. But like, why Vashtar? I mean, I guess we don't really know what her backstory is entirely, but as far as I know, she has no connection. Miss Ortasia seeks a decisive showdown against Mr. Arkride. Her choice of location may be intended to suit that mental conception. And Vashtar Palace went the bill, huh? It's a little disorienting, but don't forget, we only got one job to do. That's making those two see some sense. We owe it to Nina and Salvatore for dragging him into this. Agreed. All that remains is to move forward. What she should have done is only summon Van into her phase space. I mean, I feel like that's something you should be able to do, right? That said, we're going to have Iskarat's months to continue with here, in addition to the recreated monsters. Wait, what? Yeah, being inside this bench is going to boost the thaumaturgy, too. Ain't gonna be like last time, so stay sharp. Come on! You gotta stop saying that, Fury. Let's head to the end with caution to spare. I mean, it's like, well, I got no problem with you saying it, but you should have been saying it from the start. It's like you're trying to give yourself a gimmick, but like it's too late, Fairy. Alright, for the squad. Will we keep I don't know. Nah, man. I really don't feel like setting everybody up again. How do I? Yeah, it's on this here. Not Katra. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Because this is, I'm not going to record another video, so maybe we'll set up Leon very quickly. Do we keep Elaine or do we keep Anya's? I mean, Anya's is probably technically better, but we'll put Elaine in. I like her more than Anya's, no offense. But alright. We're gonna call it here. Next time, we will, okay, here's what let's at least run to the
mysterious place.
To the
Not
boss.
to mention dreary.
She has taken us into this place via her stigma. We had best proceed carefully.
We'll get to the boss. I don't really want to fight him right now, but because I don't really have time to do like the fight and the cutscene and wrap up and stuff afterwards, but
Figured those assholes
I
would
was
be
aiming
here.
for like 90 minutes, so we can try and go for a little bit longer.
A fearsome foe.
Ah, it's
I get
me!
serious.
Oh shit, I fucking got my ass.
Treasure.
A cobalt cape. It's burning. That I could see that being useful, but
You're a rowdy crowd,
I ain't
aren't
afraid
you?
of no burning, man. Oh, so you guys should be like level 40 or something, right? Tell me she doubled their level? I don't buy it. Oh wait, what even level are we? Oh, we're in our 40s. Oh yeah, because you didn't carry over your level in this game. We got like reset. Alright.
It shouldn't be much further until we reach the throne room.
Iskarats.
Won't be long now.
Totally
till the main
devoted to
event.
their mission.
You ready for anything, people?
Until their
Understood.
target gets slightly further away. They're like, ah,
This
fuck
looks
it.
like a rest stop.
Okay, well. I thought maybe we'd have like a little fight with like Ashlad or something. Or like some of the monks maybe. Like a little mini boss before we got here. But we have, well, maybe we... Is this the big room? It is. Oh yeah, because this dungeon was unbelievably short. Forgot about that. Because it was kind of like, I guess it's the, you know, I was kind of... Like, I knew it wasn't the final dungeon, but it felt like it was the final dungeon until we got here, and then it was like, you know, the world's shortest hallway. But alright. We'll call it here. Next time, we will, I don't know, go fight Ashlad and them. I'm XShoes87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.